The following broadcast is a production made by students of Hilo High School, K-Vikes TV.
Good evening. Welcome to the Hilo High School Gymnasium. My name is Joseph Gardner, and I'll be your commentator on this Thursday evening. Here, we have a matchup between the Hilo High Viking Junior Varsity Girls Volleyball team versus the Hawaii Prep Academy Kamakani. It's a very nice Thursday evening inside of Hilo today. We have our starting lineup coming for the Hilo High Vikings. On top of the roster for the junior varsity team, we have number 1, Tomaya Swain, number 2, Palmyra Banyo, number 3, Perseus Roses Suanishi, number 4, Kayana Gabriel, number 6, Navea Silva, number 7, Miley Kapahu, number 8, Lainey Pacheco, number 9, Trinity Group, number 10, Talea Stevens, number 12, Kuanoi Igdame, number 14, Delaney Figueroa, and number 15, Maile Kaapuni. And starting lineup for the Hawaii Prep Academy Kamakani, we have number 3, Kira Brown, number 4, Ava, that's the girls varsity roster. For the junior varsity roster for the team, we have number 2 actually. Number 2, Tiana Edwards, number 3, Kahea Gaglion, number 4, Anolani Lu, number 5, Juliana Nakamura, number 6, Abigail Houghton, number 7, Kavela Takushi, number 8, Sydney Shumate, number 9, Leah Craven, number 10, Bayla Jefferson, number 12, Tea Kanuha, number 13, Isabel Owen, number 14, Naomi Brooke, number 15, Laakia Shoriko, number 16, Elizabeth Evans, and number 17, Maya Anderson. Good luck to both teams as both of the teams come now to shake hands in the middle of the volleyball net. As you heard, head coach for the Hilo High Vikings, Kuipo Hayes, who has done a wonderful job in leading her junior varsity team to be undefeated so far this season, facing off against Kamehameha, Konawaina, and today for the Hawaii Prep Academy. Looks like tonight for Hilo High Vikings, we have in the front row number 15, Maile Kaapuni, number 9, Trinity Group, number 3, Perseus Rosa Suanishi. In the back row, we have Navea Silva, number 6, number 2, Palmyra Banyo, and number 4, Kayana Gabriel, which is serving to start the game off. Kayana, just a freshman out of Kekulo Navahi Okalani Opu'u. She's one of their main attackers on top of the Hilo High Viking side. And for the starting players for the Kamakani, in the front row we have number 12, Number 12, which is Tia Kanuha. Number 7, Kavela Takushi. Number 16, in the back row, Elizabeth Evans. As Kayana Gabriel starts to serve. Free ball sending over, but it doesn't make it over the net, resulting in the first point going to Hilo High School. That wonderful point started off with a great serve from Kayana Gabriel. Let's see if she can do that again. But her serve goes just long. Smart move from the back row player. I believe that was number 4 in the back row for the Kamakani, Anolani Liu. Serving now for the Kamakani, we have number 12, Tia Kanuha. Trinity Group going for the attack out of the middle. Picked up by number 7. Sent back over. Persea sets up her outside 15. Makes it over. Still kept alive. The middle sends it back over. Free ball for the Vikings. Miley gets set up again and she gets it down about the backcourt line. Wonderful kill from Miley Kaapuni, one of the main hitters, also for the Hilo High Vikings. Perseus Roses to Anishi serving now. Short serve. Picked up but mishandled from number 9 on top the Kamakani side. So it's a point for the Hilo High Vikings. Still serving Perseus, number 3 in blue and gold. Put back over. Free ball sent over from Trinity Group. Almost put back over for the Kamakani, but it goes outside of the antenna, ending up as the Viking point. The score now, as you can see on the bottom of your screen, 4-1 for the Hilo High Vikings in the lead. Number 9 hits it over, but it hits the antenna. In volleyball, that is known as an error when the ball hits the antenna or goes out of bounds off the hit. As Perseus Rosasuni, she still serves. And number 9 for the Kamakani hit Leah Craven, hits it into the net. I believe they're going to her she's probably their main hitter for the Kamakani. Short serve that just tickles the net, ends up as an ace for Rosas. Free ball sent over for the Vikings. Vikings take advantage. Tipped over by the setter. And Miley gets a stuffed block to keep the ball on top of the Makani side. First time out of the game is called by the HPA Kamakani. The Kamakani are probably talking about what their game plan is and how they can execute so they can get the first touch of the first hit of the ball to their setter. I believe their setter is number 12, Tia Kanuha, who's only a freshman out of Hawaii Prep Academy. You can see the head coach for the for the HPA Kamakani talking to her team, Sheila Kinzer, establishing her game plan of how she can improve that first set. The Vikings still with the advantage with the score 8-1 on top of the court. Number 3 in blue and gold still serving. An attempt kick save from the Kamakani ends up as a Hilo High point as it goes under the net. And we have a rotation coming in for the Kamakani as number 10 goes out and number 8 goes in. Shinji Shumate. Shank pass for the Kamakani. Free ball sent over for the Kamakani, but it goes out of bounds. Wonderful serves to keep the Vikings with the advantage from Perseus. And it's a straight down ace from a miscommunication from the Kamakani today. The libero, which is, I believe, number 2 on top the Kamakani side. Nice pass to the setter. Hit out of bounds, but a bad first touch for the Vikings. Ends up as another point for the Kamakani. I believe number 7 serving now, Kavela Takushi. A sophomore out of Hawaii Prep Academy, as my leg goes for the kill. And it's another one that's straight down. Maileka Apuni, a wonderful player from Hilo High School, only a sophomore. Behind the service line, we have number 9, Trinity Groove. Sent back over by number 4. Miley goes for the kill. And a nice pickup out of the back row from number 7. But a bad second touch ends up as an error for the Kamakani. And a wonderful point for the Hilo High Vikings. Number 9, Trinity Groove still serving. Freshman out of Hilo High School. Nice soft serve over. Number 4 goes for the kill. Picked up in the back row. Maybe an out ball, but played by the Vikings. Miley sends a free ball over. Nevea goes for the kill. Picked up in the back row. Number 8 sends it over. Persea sets up her middle. Maybe a bad set. Kept alive by the Kamakani, but it hits the antenna again. Wonderful point for the Hilo High Vikings to keep their game alive. High serve over. Their setter sets it up for the middle, number 8. Cindy slaps it over, but it's in. Good kill by number 8 in the middle for the Vikings. Cindy Shumate. And their libero, number 2. Number 2, Tiana Edwards serves the ball now. Tamara with the first pass. Drea goes for the kill, flat-footed. Sent back over, high ball for the Vikings. Miley goes off the hands of the block. Sent over, but it's out of bounds. Point for the Hilo High Vikings. Substitution on the court as Miley Kaapuni goes out for Miley Kapahu serving now. Number 7 in blue and gold. Only a sophomore at Hilo High School. Set it for number 4, Anolani. Talea goes for the kill, but it's out of bounds. I believe that was a setter error for the Hilo High Vikings, as the set was pretty close to the net. As number 14 for the Kamakani serves, Naomi Brook now serving. Number 14 in red. Navea goes for the kill. And it also goes out of bounds. Point for the Hawaii Prep Academy, Kamakani. The score now 15-14 with Vikings still with the advantage. And the serve doesn't make it over the net. Point for the Hilo High Vikings as Delaney Figueroa comes in for number 6, Nevea Silva. And Delaney serving now. Nice flat serve. And Trinity Groove takes advantage of that bad touch for the Kamakani. With a straight down kill for the Vikings. Was that Trinity Goop? Actually, I believe that was Kayana. No, actually, that was Perseus Rosusu Nishi. With a wonderful put down. And as the Kamakani go for the kill, it goes out of bounds. And another timeout for the Kamakani. Wonderful plays from both sides today. We see the Kamakani with a lot of effort to keep their ball alive, and wonderful digs out of their back row from mostly the libero and I believe number 12, their setter, Tia Kanuha, to keep it alive for their team. But just need a little bit more effort on top of their kills to keep it in play. The players on top of the Hilo High Viking side establishing what their game plan is for the next couple sets and next couple points. As the Hilo High Vikings lead 18-5, as you can see on the bottom of your screen. And a miscommunication as to how the libero on top of the Kamakuni side will get that next ball. But it all starts off with a wonderful serve from the opposing team, as Delaney Figueroa is still serving, a sophomore out of Hilo High School. And it's another ace for Delaney off the hands of number 7 in the back row for the Kamakani, Kavela Takushi. A substitution on the Kamakuni side as number 17 comes in. Maya Anderson for the Hawaii Prep Academy. Nice pickup in the back row, sent over. Delaney Figueroa sets up her middle. Actually, her outside, Kayana Gabriel. Number 4 free balls it over. Nice pickup by Tomaya Swain. Free ball sent over for the Kamakani. Take advantage. Scramble plays on top both sides of the court today. And a wonderful attempt to keep it alive for Delaney Figueroa off the hands of number 1 on top of the Viking side. But it ends up as the point for the Kamakani. Number 4 on top of the HPA side. Anolani Liu sends it over. Talea with a nice hard pound to get it over. Picked up in the back row. Delaney Figueroa sets up her middle. Talea again. Sent over on the second contact. Perseus goes for the kill. But HPA ends up in the net. Point for the Hilo High Vikings. Substitution on the court as Pomai Rabano comes in and Trinity Gube also comes in. Gube comes in. Tomaya serving now. Number 2, a sophomore out of Kikulo o Navihi, Okalani Opuu. Delaney sets up her outside. Kayana with a hard slam. And it ends up as a kill for the Hilo High Vikings. Wonderful approach from Kayana Gabriel to get that point for the Vikings. Serving still, Pomai Rabano. Perseus slaps it over. Bad set for the Kamakani, ends up as, I believe, Trinity Goop putting it back over. Wonderful play for the Vikings. Pomai Rabano still serving, sophomore. Delaney sets up her back row. Pomai slaps it over. Their setter number 14 hits it over, but it's out of bounds. We've seen a lot of bad third touches and kills for the Hilo High, for the HPA Kamakani. As the score now is 24-6, as the Vikings just need one more point to take the next set. Take this first set. Number 14. Number 4 goes for the kill. Gets a touch off the block. Blocked by the Hilo. Blocked by the Hawaii Prep Academy, Kamakani. But HPA ends up in the net. First set goes to the Hilo High Vikings. For girls junior varsity volleyball, each set goes to 25, and it's the first team to 2 sets to take the victory. As the players and teams switch sides, we see a lot of wonderful players from both sides of the court today. Wonderful defense from the Kamakani and wonderful offense from the Hilo High Vikings. The main hitters for the Hilo High Vikings, we see number 15, Maile Kaapuni, out of the outside side of the court. Out of the middle for the Vikings, we see Trinity Grube with some wonderful kills as well. And even number 4, Kayana Gabriel. And with the wonderful defense from the HPA Kamakani, we see in the back row, many players in the back row actually, including, I believe, number 14, Naomi Brooke, and number 17, Maya Anderson. Their setter, Tia Kanuha, with wonderful sets to her hitters, but her hitters not always being able to get the kill. Make sure to stay tuned after this live stream to catch the Hilo High Varsity girls volleyball team versus the Varsity Hawaii Prep Academy game, which will be appearing close after this game. The varsity team doing wonderful inside the BIIF competition this year, losing only to Kamehameha. Kamehameha being undefeated this year, with a wonderful team themselves. The Kamakani today, before this game actually, they have a 4-3 win streak today, winning to Kohala, Pohoa, Honoka'a, and Ke'au, but losing to all the big teams inside Division 1 for volleyball, losing to Kealikehe, Waikea, Kamehameha, and possibly Hilo High School after the end of the next game today. Starting in this new set, we see in the back row Maile Kapahu, Tomaya Swain, Maile Kaapuni. In the front row, we have number 8. We have number 8, Lainey Pacheco. Number 10, Talea Stevens. And number 12, Kuanoy Igdaman for the Hilo High Vikings. I believe the serve of this game will be going to HPA, as their setter number 12 in red and white goes to serve. Lainey Pacheco goes for the kill. Nice take to keep it back alive for the Hilo High Vikings, but to no avail as the Prep Academy gets the kill. Number 12 for the Kamakani, Tia Kanuha still serving with wonderful serves. Just a freshman setter from the Hawaii Prep. As Lainey Pacheco hits it into the net. Point for the HPA Kamakani. Lainey sends a free ball over. Pick up in the back row for Tomaya. Free ball sent over by Maile Kapahu. Number 17, I believe, hits it over. But out of the back row, it goes into the net. And the Kamakani on top of a streak of 3-0 in the lead today. Tia still serving for the Kamakani. Nice short serve over. Free ball sent over for the Kamakani. But the Hilo High Vikings end up in the net again. Tia, just a freshman out of HPA. It seems that as number 8 on top the Kamakani side, Sini Shumate goes for the kill. I see that the Hilo High Vikings are in the sticky rotation as they have their new setter, number 12, in the front row. Kunai Igdamin. Lainey goes for the kill, but she hits it into the net. The score now with the Kamakani at 6 and Vikings at 0 still. Talia hits it over. Picked up in the back row to keep it alive. Free ball sent over. Setter dump attempt. Kept alive. Nice first touch by Tomayo. Kapahu goes out of the back row for the kill, but it's out of bounds. And the first timeout of the game during set 2, first timeout of the set actually, is called by Hilo High Vikings. Out of their usual game mojo. The Kamakani finally figuring out their game plan and losing their scrappiness that really put the ball always down on top of their side. Seen a lot of effort from the Kamakani to keep it alive on their side and keep the game in play. I can assure you that's what they were talking about inside of their huddles between these two sets, between the last set and this set. I believe the Hilo High Vikings have 3 setters on top of their side. Their 3 usual setters are number 12, Konoi, number 14, Delaney Figueroa, and number 3, Perseus Rosa Suinishi. As number 12 still serves it over. Free ball sent over. And out of the error from the Kamakani, the Vikings get their first point. Serving now is their setter, Konoi, who is just a sophomore out of Navajo schools. Free ball sent over. Maile picks it up. And a touch out of the back row for the Kamakani ends up as another Viking point. The score now 7-2 with the Kamakani in the lead. Konoi still serving. Nice serve from the service line. Tia sets up for outside. And 4 touches from the Kamakani side ends up as a point for the Hilo High Vikings. Each team just has 3 opportunities and 3 hits to get it over out of each touch off the players. But touches off the blocks don't count, as that serve from Kuonoi goes out of bounds. Now serving for the Kamakani, we have number 17 in red and white, Maya Anderson serving now. Maya Anderson, just a junior out of Hawaii Prep. Short serve tickles the net. Mila goes for the kill off of 1 foot. And a chase down for the ball. Ends up as a, from the bad first touch, doesn't get into the grasp of the Vikings, so it's a Viking point. Doesn't get into the grasp of the Hawaii Prep players, so it's a Viking point. Tomaya and Talea going out now as Pomai and I believe Navea Silva comes in. But a bad set, too close to the net, ends up as a point for the Vikings. Navea stops it over. Attempt pancake save for the Kamakani. Ends up as a Viking point. Nice tip shot over for the Vikings. Navea sets up the outside hitter, Lainey Pacheco. Navea goes for the kill. Picked up in the back row. Too close to the net, and it is too close to the net. That'll be a point for the Hilo High Vikings. Pomai still serving. A chase down in the back row from the setter. Mila gets the first touch. Kuonoi sets up her middle. Navea Silva. Nice high pass over. Kuonoi sets up Lainey Pacheco. Picked up in the back row by number 17 for in red. But number 4 for the Kamakani, Anolani, hits into the net. Now it seems that the Vikings are just working the points off of the Kamakani errors. And a mishandle on top of the third touch for the Kamakani ends up as a Hilo High point anyway. Pomai still serving. Seems that the Kamakani are losing their mojo inside of the second set. They had a good starting of the set, but they have lost what they had. Now their first touches are getting pretty bad. The Navea slaps it over on top of the first contact. And a mishandle on top of the set from Kuonoi on the Viking side ends up as a Kamakani point. Serving now is their libero on top of the Kamakani side. Number 2, Kahea Gaglione. Short serve. And a hit off of the wrist from Navea Silva ends up as a Kamakani point as it goes out of bounds. And the Vikings get stuffed at the net from the Kamakani. We've seen a lot of great defense from the Kamakani today inside the Hilo High School gym. I believe that block was from number 7 in the middle. Kaveta Takushi, and number 4 on the outside, Anolani Liu. Miley goes for the kill out of the middle, and it goes out of bounds. After the HPA side of the bench gets loud for their team, seems that the players on the court are getting more amped and more spirited to get more points for their team. Nevea goes for the kill. A 10th block from number 16. But a mishandle on top of the set ends up as a Hilo High Viking point. Now serving for the Vikings, you have number 8 in blue and gold, Lainey Pacheco. Just a freshman out of Navajo School. And a shank pass for the first touch for the Kamakani from their back row player. Ends up as a Viking point. Number 17 in red, Maya Anderson, with a bad first touch. But it all starts off with the wonderful first serve from whoever's behind and top the Viking side, which is Lainey Pacheco. And the Vikings get a stuff block from the middle. A solo block from Nevea Silva. Wonderful defense from both sides of the court today. And Lainey Pacheco gets another ace off the hands of number 17 in the back row. Off the back row for the Kamakuni side. '17 sends it over. Tip shot for Kayana Gabriel. Smart play by the freshman. On top of the Viking side, number 4 in gold. As the Kamakani take their first timeout of the set. Seems that the Vikings are putting up their mojo as Kui Bohez talks to her team. And for the Kamakani, Shayla Kisner talks to her team. We see most of the kills on top of the Hilo High Viking side going to their middles, and most of their sets going to the middles, which is a good game strategy. But there's not always a good first pass on top of the Viking side, so that all their sets can go to their middle. See the middle hitters for the Viking side. We have Nevea Silva, Trinity Groove, and Talia Stevens, and seems that the Kamakani are depending most on top of their outside hitters. Lainey sends it over again. The setter sets up their middle, sends it over. Pick up in the back row for Lainey. Free ball sent over by Kunoi. Set it for the middle again, that's what the Kamakani side. Nevea sends it over. And it's a kill for Nevea Silva off the hands of a Kamakani player. Wonderful serve from Lainey Pacheco today. And a short serve. Almost kept alive for the Kamakani, but ends up on the floor. A variety of serves from the Vikings today ends up as a good game plan from Lainey Pacheco. The score now, as you can see on the bottom of your screen, 18-12, with the Vikings with the advantage as Lainey still serves. And a shank first touch goes out of bounds for the Makani. Number 7 for the Kamakani come in. Kavela Tokushi in order to possibly change things up. And Nevea Silva gets her kill out of the middle off of the bad first touch on top of the Makani side. Laney still serving. But it ends up finally as a Makani point. A much needed point for the Kamakani in order to possibly regain their lead and regain their mojo inside of this next set. But that serve from number 7, Kavela Takushi, ends up in the net. Substitution on top of the Viking side, we have Delaney Figueroa and Trinity Group coming in for Maileka Apuni and Konoe Igdamin. Delaney Figueroa serving now. Bad first touch. Few balls sending over. Vikings take advantage. Set it for Trinity Group on the outside position. Tickles the net and down. Wonderful kill for Trinity Group with a nice approach off the net. Asperseus comes in for Pomai Rabano out of the back row. Delaney Figueroa still serving. Nice short serve from Delaney Figueroa. Ends up as an ace for her. Score now 23-13. Vikings needing just 2 more points. The Makani are going to have to fight their way through this next 2 points in order to finally get their kill. Kayana keeping the ball on top of theirs. On top of the Makani side of the net. Free ball sent over by Kayana. Nice attempt kill out of the middle for the Makani, number 16 in red. And Nevea Silva hits it into the net. The Kamakani staying alive inside of this next set. Inside of this possibly last set. Serving now is number 4 for the Kamakani, Anolani Liu. Delaney sets up Trinity Group again. But she also hits it into the net. Doesn't make it over. Seems that the players on top of the Kamakani side are scaring the High Vikings. And Nevea Silva goes for the kill and gets the kill off the hands of number 7 and number 2 in the back row for the Kamakani. Nevea Silva serving now. And that is game. Wonderful game from both teams on top of each side of the court today. Wonderful plays of defense and offense, especially from the Hilo High Vikings, taking the game 2-0. Make sure to stay tuned for our next live stream, which will be airing in a couple of minutes, which will be facing our Varsity Girls Volleyball team from the Hilo High Vikings versus the Varsity Girls Volleyball team of HPA. Again, thank you everyone for watching our Junior Varsity Girls Volleyball live stream. Special thanks to the KVIX TV crew for making this stream always possible. Make sure to follow us on all our social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube at Hilo High School. Thank you for watching, and have a great night. Aloha.